sons. Lord, please bless them. Back to the party, I'm just pouring my. Don't get faced up before, so I live it up. When I come, better get them up. That's a floss track, better get them up. I'ma keep eating, it's a dinner rush. I'll let you finish up. Flock of diamonds, I can promise I'm being honest. This being modest. I am your highness, I am the finest. You rappers, plus you a liar. Don't idolize and I don't admire. Been doing me for like ever. I'm a better me, more clever. It's a new way. We surfing, baby, new age. That's a certain, baby. Let's take a ride. Put your for the ones that die. It's vows tonight. Just you and I get lost tonight. Then lose your mind. I'm it. I'm it. I'm it. I'm it. I'm it. I'm it.
I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams going through brutal losing streaks. But today is the chance to turn that around. It's the 49ers going up against the Seahawks.
Okay, Larry, we are just south of historic Pioneer Square at CenturyLink Field in the beautiful city of Seattle, Washington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 39 that time. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And a short gain down to about the 33. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And the back goes into motion. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. the shotgun. He'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
He'll look to throw here. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Lambo will put this one through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So it's our visitors who make the first dent in the scoreboard as they get 3 here on the initial drive of the ball game.
Yeah, it's hard to say who actually won that opening drive. On the one hand, anytime you can come in as a road team and get an early lead, you're going to be thrilled. But at the same time, to have the ball as deep in enemy territory as they did and come away with only 3, that's got to be a little bit of a disappointment.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First and 10. McDaniel out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Looking to throw. McDaniel. Wilson snags it left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Let's take it inside his own 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
That goes for a gain of 31.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, here we go. Detroit, Detroit, gun.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Back to throw. McDaniel. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. And a great spot to start this drive from here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Going to throw right side here, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Five yards to go for the offense. 1st down and goal from that 5-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Steps away to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Well, let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first-quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Still to go here on 2nd and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The punter Tanner Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Right side catch, Gilmore. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down at the 28. To throw on third down, McDaniel. And he's got his man. It's Darboh. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Looking to throw on second down. McDaniel escaping the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion. This
is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. This is Ajayi. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. I liked his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
Here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Looking to throw. McDaniel. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass. And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. That'll bring up 2nd down. But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back.
I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They dump off underneath to Ajayi. Call it a gain of 3, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Try to run with Ajayi. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jay Ajayi with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. And it's 17-7. Kicker Roberto Aguayo has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Shaquill Griffin with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Here we go now. 3-19.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go play action here on first down. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, McDaniel. Looking left side, and it's complete. A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They run with Ajayi. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
All right, here we go.
57. Mike, 57. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
From the gun, McDaniel. Flushed out right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And that will knock things up here late in the first half. And that 3-point tally now means we are even here toward the end of the second quarter.
And what a way to end the half. Put some points on the board, feel better about yourselves as a team, and you're right back to even.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. And he stopped immediately there. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, LR. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Here's Ajayi. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Off-play action. McDaniel. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
To throw on second down. McDaniel. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Throwing on 3rd and long. McDaniel eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the ball comes loose, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, McDaniel under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Solomon Thomas, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDaniel. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Operating from the gun, McDaniel. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They needed 18 yards, and that's exactly what they got. And by the nose of the football, it's a first. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
On 1st down, McDaniel. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go.
Now it's Ajayi. Ajayi hit. He lost the football. Oh, up and over. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. It's the fullback. His second touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Anthony Walker coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. To throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime.
Let's go.
And he motions the wide receiver. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. A big play there, 91 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. So from back deep in their own territory all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also showed that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. This will be taken in at the 1. And out now come the Seahawks. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball,
a leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
begin the drive with Ajayi. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Second down following the run.
Watch it now, Barney. No. Check. Patriot. Back that up. Leopard.
From the gun, McDaniel. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Now let's go.
Off the play fake. McDaniel trying to lay one up deep. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. On third down, McDaniel. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And he will be hit with a lot of force and spun down at the 15-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. McDaniel. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Seahawks on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Operating from the gun, McDaniel. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Niners will take over at the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Halfback sent in motion. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go. Green, 39. Back that up.
They'll set up a throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground with a Giant. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Here we go.
To throw on 2nd down, McDaniel. Forced out to his left. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And 15 yards there on the catch and run.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And the offense moving in the wrong direction here now as they face a 2nd and 12.
Let's go. 3-19. 3-19. No. Check. Pay attention now, Barney.
Now Carlos Hyde in the game. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed.
From the gun, McDaniel. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied, see if they can get the ball back for the offense. So the offense has it 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go.
First down, a run with Hyde. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. On second down, Hyde. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. The run hasn't worked the last couple of plays. Now it's 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. McDaniel. A loss of 8 on the play, and it brings up 4th. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Boy, missed tackles. That could be their downfall, Charles.
Yeah, they actually let him out of bounds there. Instead of the clock continuing to run, they let him out, and it turned into another timeout for him. Not good at all.
Detroit! Now let's go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Back to throw here. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
On second down, Williams. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. A gain of 11 and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And now the offense operates in the red zone. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. First and goal from the 5. Driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
So 2nd and goal here from the 9. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
Yeah, I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
Down to a knee for the 49ers. This one about to be on ice. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Niners, it's a rare victory for them as they get that record back to 3-7. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the